What the hell is that? I woke up with a start in my house, the room pitch black. What had woken me up? I listened carefully, at first hearing nothing but the echoing drops of water from the ceiling. I got up and started slowly feeling my way out of my room, sliding my hand along the rough wall to guide myself. Then I heard it, a distant but perceptible thump. It was faint, but the acoustic layout of my home allowed me to hear the distant echo. Curious, I pressed on through the darkness. As I slowly made my way through the dark passage, I heard a few more small thumps, and something that almost sounded like an animal. That must have been it, just an animal that had found its way into my home. As I got closer, the occasional thumping and unintelligible sounds got louder, if only a little. But as I could hear the sounds more clearly, something about them seemed not right. Now the thumping was clearly something moving around, but the steps were too heavy and deliberate. The other sounds puzzled me even more. They didn't sound like any animal I've ever heard. Now, with a hint of apprehension, I pressed on to the entrance of my home. That's when I heard it. There wasn't just one unknown critter in my home, there were two, maybe more. At this point I was getting very nervous. Something wasn't right here. Finally I got a glimpse of something in the darkness and I immediately ducked around the corner. Whatever this thing was, it was standing upright. However, what really terrified me was the one giant, glowing eye on the center of its head that emanated light before it. From this light I finally got a better look at the creature. It was nearly hairless apart from a few patches around its head and face. Its body looked unnatural in every way, composed of discolored layers of skin. Just as I feared, there were multiple, 3 from what I could tell. I let out a gasp as they began to round the corner. What the hell is that? They saw me. I scrambled to my feet and let out cries of panic as they all began emitting these awful, blood-curdling shrieks. I ran from them as fast as I could through the darkness, almost tripping on a rock as I fled back into the depths of my home. I could hear them all making horrible sounds and communicating to one another. I didn't know if they were chasing me, and I was too terrified to look back to find out. That was all hours ago. Since then, more of these things have shown up, my home being filled with the beams of light from their glowing eyes. I don't know how much longer I can evade them in the tunnels. I don't want my home to be overrun and stolen from me. I may have to consider removing them by force.